Alright everyone, this is the highly anticipated online check-in video. The first things that we're going to need to complete this is a US club roster as well as the US club player cards for all of our players. So today I'm going to be doing the 2008 girls check-in for the Fairhope Halloween Soccer Blast. The first thing we're going to do here is going to get a team association. Basically what this is going to get into is, are we U.S. club? Are we American Youth Soccer Organization, Florida Youth? We are a U.S. club organization. U.S. club doesn't recognize borders, for anyone that's asking. Alright, so we're going to access our team pool. Here you can find previously entered information. So we have Andrea, Ashlyn, Maggie, Sophie, Catherine, Caitlin, Aubrey, Arden, Ayana, and Cheyenne. They're all rostered. So I'm going to click Update Event Roster here. This is going to automatically load all these players into the team pool. Now the only change I'm going to make is I have one other player that's participating with us this weekend. So just because I already know her information, I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And boom, it's really that easy. I kind of know that information by heart, so which is kind of weird, but for the rest of you guys, if you needed that information for another player, just let me know and we can get that done. So I'm going to save this roster. It's very important that you guys hit click save. Don't worry about this graduation year over here. That has nothing to do with them at this age. Awesome. So now my tournament roster is set. The registration fee, that's already been taken care of. As you can tell with the green arrow that marks that it's complete. Now we're going into our team contacts button. So here, I'm going to add a primary contact, which is Miss Paula Buckley, who's one of the managers, the manager for this team. Then I'm going to add myself as a primary contact. On urgent, I'm going to, well, it just has me available here. This no text address present thing, as you guys can see, it's a phone number, and then it's at your provider. Like for me, I have AT&T, blah, blah, blah. I'll worry about updating that at a different time. Now I'm going to hit return to all tasks so I can go back to my dashboard. Hotel form. This, we are a local team, so we're going to go ahead and just submit this, and there's not going to be any worries here. Awesome. Yeah, well, we're a local team, guys, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the home page. If you're logged in for some reason and you get stuck in a situation like that, you guys see all the clubs here. We're just going to click on the arrows until we get back to Perdido Bay. Now you're going to see a lot of teams that I see here. This is all a lot of teams in our club that I'm connected to that are in this event. I'm going to go back into the 08 girls. See our picture from a long time ago. It's got our bracket for that weekend. Now I'm going to go back into the task here. Awesome, it logged me out. So let me log back in real quick. Oh, keep me logged in. So you guys can tell sometimes this stuff happens. Alright, now if you get in this one, view team task, online check-in, and as you guys can see, our hotel form is now complete. Now let's see what documents this event requires. Being this is a snap event, they are asking for our US club roster, which previously we have one loaded in, but just because you can choose to keep your consistent roster. For me, I'm going to one of these two. This should be the roster right here. I'm going to upload a new roster instead of just adding Kate to it. And the reason why is I believe that old roster was used in the beginning of the season. We were sorting player cards. Awesome. Everyone has their ID pass here. So it's as simple as select all that are unlinked. So I can see easy count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players, as well as 11 over here. So I'm going to link that document. And this will be pending review from Sync. The next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into player cards. I always go to include the name / ID. Once you upload this here, it's going to upload for both of the player cards, including the name and ID, as well as including the photo. And this should be this file right here because it's a bigger file. All this is going to be, guys, is our electronic copy of our player cards, which this is from US Club. I'm hoping to have you guys, or giving you guys access to this in the next week. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through to make sure I have everybody on here. Once I do that, I'm going to select all. I'm going to link everyone here. Some of you guys already have this stuff linked in from previous events, so you won't have to worry. Next one, medical releases. Now, this is why it's so important that we get all of our medical releases done. For me, I'm going to go into Dropbox here, and I'm going to go into medical waivers. I'm going to go into 77, and the first I'm going to pull up is Andrea. So I'm going to choose her waiver. Now here's what they're going to ask. Oh, this is not accepting Cubs for medical releases. You can opt out. I'm certified with Ultimate Games. I'm going to opt out of these medical releases, guys. If anything, the medical releases are going to be the most confusing thing of anything. Well, let's see. No action needed. Huh. Well, this video is going to be very short then. Cool. So basically now for the check-in, all I'm doing is waiting for this. The one thing that we always need to be aware of, guys, is we have all tasks must completed. Here they've got the 21st of October by 10 a.m., which, if I'm not mistaken, right, isn't that that is next Saturday at 10 a.m. Please don't leave it till then. As some of you guys have seen this week too, we've had a little bit of roster movement at the end. We like to get everything set by Tuesday. You know, like one team had an injury this week, so I went on Wednesday night and added a player into the roster, and everything was approved by Thursday. Which, adding one player is not a big deal. Making multiple moves to the roster, that's when it becomes an issue, as you guys will see. Besides that, everything looks good to go here, and hopefully when we get this stuff done, all you'll do is you'll click this completed packet, and it's going to pull up a PDF file that is going to have everything you're going to need for the weekend. And all you have to do is go in there, click there, and print on it. The thing I usually do every weekend is I go in and save these individually as PDFs. This allows me, in the event that, you know, I take off for the weekend for the hotel and say I send it to my manager, I can go back into my files in my email and I can pull this back out and I can easily utilize it there. Sometimes it saves you a little bit of a, 3 or 4 clicks coming in here. Overall, this was a very short video, guys, and I think this gives everyone a pretty good idea of the online check-in process. It's not very hard. For you guys wondering about the payment, some of you guys have opted to collect funds and then use your personal card to do that, which if you guys want to, that's fine. For club-funded events or parent-funded events that you've turned in the money, parent-funded events, make sure you add an extra $20. There's an online check-in fee that also applies that I will go in and take care of. You just let me know when you want to deal with the check-in, and I will come in and open it up for you. Also, remember to ask me for the U.S. club roster as well as the player cards. In the event that you are utilizing players from another team, please ask me in advance, or I would prefer if you guys could set up with the manager of that team to meet up with them and collect their player cards and medical waivers that you can have in your binder for that weekend. If you guys have any questions, please just go ahead and feel free to let me know. Besides that, I think we're all good to go here. The other thing we will look to do in another video is if we need to show you guys how to upload medical releases, we can do that as well. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I look forward to seeing the progress you guys all make on your check-in next week. Thanks.